up, gang? Small YouTuber support. Hey, yo, YouTube! What's good, guys? We here, man. Make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe. There's a lot going on with the military right now. I don't know if y'all heard, but they're about to start testing men for testosterone. Pay attention. Why do they want to test men for testosterone? Because they know that this agenda that they've been pushing with the toxic masculinity and men committing suicides and the birth rates going low, that humanity could very well be extinct, or at least, the white man, his sperm is very low. The black man, his problem is he lets his woman run him and push him away, push him out the house, and then he ends up dying in prison, or a lot of these dudes is gay now, or they doing both. They want men, women, everything. It's chaos, man. It ain't no more integrity, no rules. What's up, chat? I see you in the building. I appreciate the engagement. Make sure y'all tap that like button, thumbs up, man, so y'all can get us in these algorithms. That's what they waiting on. Y'all know I'm the truth, man. That's why I stay on. I'm bringing y'all the information as it come through, but we're breaking it down. Basically what we're getting into, right? So we know that testosterone is low. We already know this, especially in white men, but now they want to test all men in the military over 30. Why? It's a CIA operative, because they trying to see how to defeat and how much have they beaten men into, trying to be everything but a man. Because we know society wants to keep us all divided. That's why I have to bring white and black and make that a race thing. If all stick together, we would never be going through none of that. But it's like, we all supposed to hate each other. They want to keep us divided. That way we can't make it and we can't go up together. They trying to hide the truth. It's like Dr. Fauci 2.0. Now all of a sudden, mandatory tests. So if you're in the military now, you can't even say no. You have to give them your DNA. You have to give them your authorization and consent, so that they could do this, because this is going to be the next transition, to help the shift to, continue. Because watch, you're going to see people, testosterone levels, they're going to be playing with it, when they doing these tests. So now it's going to be people stuff going through the roof. It's like that missing soldier in Fort Bragg, that nobody talking about. The dude that had the baby on the way, his moms ain't heard from him. That's something on my teeth. It's a lot going on that I'm trying to give y'all, man, that game that I'm bringing to you. So make sure y'all hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, engage, man, so we can get this hype. We're going to get this clout into it, man, but we still got to bring y'all the service. We got to break it down. We can't be nervous. We got to give y'all pound for pound, round for round what's going on. So now you got the testosterone situation, you got the bacteria, you got the air quality in Canada with the wildfires, and the FBI investigating when it comes to people tampering with the water and the stuff in DC and them pools. Yo, Dot, what's going on? I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping through. Continue to drop comments. Let me know what y'all thinking about all of this stuff with the military, Trump. It's prime time day, elections. Some information that he about to leak. Iran, Iraq, New York. It's a lot of topics that we got to touch on. But like I was saying, I think so, yeah. Or JBL. Yeah, AI. But you gotta understand, right? The thing that's happening is we defeating ourselves by, men going their own way, women not wanting to deal with men. So this is all a part of the plot too, because they want you to think that we supposed to be, working together, when really it's like you just working for the next person to put them above you, and now you hurting and ain't nobody gonna help you when you down. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's not working. Men is realizing we losing more and trying to hold on and trying to have a partner who can't, bring nothing more to the table than, relief or just, pleasure. It's like we need more than that. We need income, resources. You can't survive off of one. This ain't just like the 1970s or something. It's like we in modern time. This is a plague right now. This is one of them Bible prophecies that we seen. We seen the thing with the screw worms. Texas, they got the deadly water and the floods. It's a whole lot of natural disasters. What is the earth trying to tell us? We see women being attacked and hurt, but also the universe is attacking women too. Like we seen a woman go into the manhole. We seen an alligator eat a woman. We see the woman, something I think, I'm trying to think, what was that other article we seen? So it was the woman that fell in the manhole. Woman, I think it was, she died of like some heat or something. Like we seeing women die from natural disasters. It's weird. It's like, what is God? What is the universe telling me? What is it telling us, man? Like, what do you think? That evil, that energy, that spirit. Thank you for the like. See, finally, all I needed right there was to see that, because it's, it brings tears to my eyes. Like, really, man, I want to cry, y'all. Like, we did it. We finally made it to a point where we could build that support. We build it because I never had people who would just be here for, this much time and sit through my life. So, I appreciate that, because, every day more and more I see this is how you build the watch time. This is how you build the community. This is how you be free. You just talk and you have these topics that you're touching on. So most likely, y'all could be satisfied and y'all can understand now is not the time for love. Now is not the time to be trying to, you know, partner up, because it's just gonna be more stress, more trauma. It's not love. This is not the love era. It's not the love generation. Men don't want to be husbands or men. Women don't want to be wives or mothers. So this is what we see, man. It's sad, but it's like maybe this might be the best for each other. This is why you see everybody training. Like we all going to the end of the world. Everybody training. Everybody trying to get big and strong. So it's just gonna be like divide and conquer. It's gonna be like survival of the fittest, man. This is what we're going through. This is what's happening. People is risking their life and they making bad decisions, getting on steroids. Getting married. Letting a woman ruin your life or control you or submitting, and it's like, it's not worth it. It's silly. You got to stay by yourself. Don't end up in prison. Like Wes Watson, the fitness influencer. Once you make your money and you make your ways, man, it's better just, to be honest, probably to just leave America at this point. Go overseas for a little while, save some money, try to be connected, networking, getting more notoriety, more money, all of that, man, more content, because it's all ATC, all about the content, man. What's going on, good family? I appreciate y'all. We already got 1 like so far, and we're just hoping to get 1 more, 1 at a time, 1 subscriber, 1 comment. Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, we're gonna be big. It's gonna take time, I just need enough to pay these bills, man. Give me a little 100K subs, whatever. I'll work with that. I'll be good, go viral. get some millions of views, getting this YouTube partner program. Like, this is what I'm teaching y'all. I'm teaching you piece by piece. You know, you got to take it brick by brick. You can't rush it because the process is not a race, it's a marathon. You know, we live in life in real time, so we can't just try to get by and try to get instant gratification and try to steal and try to be, you know, defined by material instead of, you know, having integrity, morals, and think about consequences, and, you know, not being inferior or inferior, you know, to the Eurocentric, you know, standard. You dig? Because, you know, we here, man, and we handle it, and we plant the seeds so we could be, you know, healing when it's time, you know, to repent, rejoice, you know, reveal the Spirit, the Holy Ghost, and the children, you know, protect them, the women, you know, stop this killing, stop this, you know, uh, pain, this trauma, you know, this revenge, this uh, rain, you know, the dark clouds over these cities all over America now, you know, this going through a civil war, man. They don't want you to know about gender war, civil war, race war. You know, it's all bait. They just keep making more and more, you know, they want people to be irate and out their mind, you know, not safe, you know, wasting time, losing, no updates, no movement, no nothing. Hello, is anybody out there? Hello, hello, hello. Are we at the end of the world or what? Because I see nothing but a bunch of faking, pretending women, girls, everybody witnessing this time. It's the most evil, man. It's the addiction to the clout, you know, that viral sensation, that mouth to mouth, that word of spirit, that breathe in, breathe out. Even the air now is killing people, the quality, you know, the smoke, the fires from Canada is even blowing through to New York, you know, and places like DC, you know, more city, urban areas. It's like it's a collapse, man. You know, people's getting trapped, they're getting lost. You know, they don't have no ambition, they don't have no fruition or that sauce, that, you know, that swag. So they getting caught up. Like never before, you know, they never had a dad, a father, you know, nothing more than try to help them. It was just harder and harder. Watch me whip, watch me in it. Watch me whip, watch me in it. Mm, mm. Oh, oh. I'm in my zone, I'm feeling it. By another man, I'm still down, I'm still, he's still in this. Still in it, man. Don't drink a Red Bull, you gotta cheat on life. I'll have to charge up soon. What up, chat, man? We here, we dissecting it, man. You know, Trump, he doing the prime time election, he breaking the news. Then we got the whole situation with, how you say, oh, excuse me, FBI, the prosecutor in Seattle got fired. You know, it's all a political move. It was all a humiliation ritual, basically. You know, put some fire, put a match, just let them know who's boss, you know. They're using all of those tactics. Then we got, what else we got? Talk to me, family. Talk to me nice, man. You know, breaking down the conspiracy, the theories, you know, the lifestyles. You see, Giselle Maxwell accuser just met up with her. Like, how's all of this happening, you know? Like, why now? Why all of this with the Epstein files and the Giselle? Like, these be the distractions, you know, the Nolan case. You know, that's how it's going down. They want you to think, they want you to be angry. You know, they want you to act out, protest. Oh, man. Don't mind if I do. Cause if you think me, then I think you. I'm gonna make you. The receptor. Cause they making a spectacle out the inspector. So I'm gonna deck ya. Okay. live, man, 24/7, 10 times a day. It don't even matter, man. They won't stop me. They won't let it bother me because I'm the best. I got the effort, I got the motion. I got the better shows and the streams that's devoted that they can see what I mean and how I'm holding down my team and the family and we opening the doors in real time. These flies even trying to stop the stream, the FBI, they take the numbers up, down, the spikes. The scenes that we're making, it's like they want to be like Mike, man. I hop on the Walmarts, Targets, get that hype up, hit that hype, hit that like button, man. Get your life up. They ain't nothing like us. They not like us. They not like that. We a different breed, man. Fall back. Because y'all see the energy, the attack, the way I come in the streams, I'm moving these views up, watch time, subscribers, all that. It's Gainesville, like Florida. They never saw that coming, man, so they made that for nothing. The introduction, man, we buzzing and we busting at the same time. We bringing these bucks in. Get the family, man, to understand they gonna touch this one way or another. They can't frustrate what's already designed and destined right above us. I could be your best friend, or I could be your lover. But the enemy of the state is Daniel Glover. Cause I'm a lethal weapon, boy. I'm saying, my brother? I got the tongue, the sword, the message, all in one. So you can let it embed in your lungs, breathe breath into the air, into the sun that shines, not the one that rhymes. Cause I'm back on my time, man. Full effect, my ability. I'm taking everything, the threats. The penitentiary, the hospital, the visits. I let the police be public servants. We making this views, these movies, directing. Cause trust me, they make rich, they trying to use me, but all I'm doing is exercising my rights and showing you how to stream and get more and more people by bringing the attention, creating the scene and, living in IRL. Because I've been living a dream that is for me to succeed and not fail, but they want to try to put me down. They want to try to wag their tail, wag their finger in my face. Post the mail and try to put me in a place of no return. But I stayed back, I learned, I laid, and I prayed to God, that He will make the lanes and the eyes, the ability for me to rise up and just pave, hit the ground up running. And I got in my lane, man, I made it, it was nothing, I saved it. And I rewinded it back and I played it and I understand how to take it to a whole nother level and just shove it, like a skateboard. I'm in public, I'm not bored. I understand how to record and how to break it down so you can get the most detailed and most information out. So you can use it to your ability and behaving how we do in society, and we making ways and routes and plans for people to play and do their thing with their friends and their family and their children. You know what I'm saying? So we remain the young, ready, willing, and able, to break that chain, those generational curses that the ancestors and lineage went through. So we working and we trying to give you the most important and most courteous service, at the same time, and we searching, the soul the spirit, it's gold, so we contain it and we don't waste it on nobody but our faith and our destiny and our home. We gotta make it and testing these their favorite, most hated, the young, in turn, I'm taking off, they taste it. The underboss. No playing, man, straight up. Straight staying locked in, man. Chase it, chase that clout. It's a drug, man, no matter what. We gotta make it work, we gotta be tough. We gotta put in that work, man. Put God first. Hear what he heard. Land. Heard the sheep. The government. Testosterone. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Just be progressive. Less than a lot of these dudes is not comfortable in their own skin, so that's why they want to murder you and murder everybody in their vicinity, because they never heard you, they never heard of love, so they empty and they can't pour nothing back in society but drugs and degenerates, thugs, evil men. That's what it is, man. That's where they coming from. That's where they going in, man. Nolan. What they do to Nolan? What happened, man? Little Dirk got the case going in. He getting off. Little details, the body got all burnt. I heard it was brutalized. They was at different locations that they never talked about before. All of these things is coming up. The details, the mother talking about how the information with the lady she never dealt with, she never talked to, who was saying that Nolan was at the party. They got the picture. Then they got the argument, of him saying, "Give me my phone," which then they said it was not him, it was his friend that was like a lookalike. Like, it's all of these coincidences, it's just all of these skeptics and things in this case, and instead of them just solving it and get to the bottom, it's like they feeding and they trying to get people to feed off of it and trying to sell it. His family already made $500,000, just like with the Carmelo cases. Like, these people was getting rich off of unfortunate circumstances that people was going through, and they exploiting it. So it's like, how you gonna pick and choose and be selective about who y'all allowed to make money off you, and then when people see it and call it out and nobody wanna do nothing, okay, well then y'all must be wanting to be a part of it then now, because silence is cooperation, that's agreements. So this is what we talk about, man. We going in, we being the deep thinkers to try to see where this is going, why they trying to box us in, trying to get their rocks off. They trying to figure out how to destroy them. 2026, I'm telling you, man. Why are they trying to get testosterone levels all of a sudden? Like, why is that even a thing? Why does that even matter? It's something else going on. Like, that's just This is just the start. Then they're gonna make it mandatory for all men or something. You know, they going too far, man. You know, but we alert, we on point, you know, we moving, we seeing how to move and how to get ahead, you know, it's not hard, but we just gotta have our head on the right shoulders, man, to keep moving, keep working hard, keep doing, you know, the necessary things for the grind. You know, you gotta cash those cards, trump tight, play hard, you know, go hard or go home, man.